Welcome to a journey through timeless wisdom, where we explore how to enrich life after 70 by adopting two powerful practices grounded in the compassionate teachings of Buddhism. Picture this, a life where every day is filled with vitality, clarity, and joy, despite the inevitable passage of time. Many of us may fear aging, associating it with decline, isolation, or diminished purpose. Yet, there is another path. Through mindful choices, we can cultivate health, clarity, and peace of mind that enable us to experience a fulfilling and joyous existence even in our later years. Buddhist philosophy speaks to this profoundly, reminding us that health is the greatest gift, contentment the greatest wealth, and faithfulness the best relationship. These words carry a universal truth, that our well-being is closely tied to how we live in harmony with our mind, body, and the world around us. Our journey today explores how we can achieve that balance after 70 by focusing on two key practices. We'll uncover why these practices matter, how they work, and the ways in which they can bring newfound joy and satisfaction to our lives. As we age, we notice changes in our bodies and minds. Some of these changes are subtle, like a slight decrease in stamina, while others are more profound, such as a shift in our priorities and values. Often, we might find ourselves wondering why health challenges appear so suddenly, or why certain activities that once felt easy now take a toll. The answer lies not just in biology, but in the choices we make, the lifestyles we lead, and the way we nourish our inner selves. After 70, it's essential to adopt balanced practices that honor our aging bodies and nurture our spirits, allowing us to live not just longer, but with purpose and contentment. Today, we invite you to learn about two transformative practices. First, embracing a balanced diet that meets the unique needs of an aging body, and second, engaging in stimulating mental activities that keep our minds vibrant and resilient. These practices, which stem from both modern health science and ancient wisdom, offer practical, attainable steps toward a better life. Let's explore the first practice, the importance of a balanced diet, and discover how it can change not just our physical health, but our mental and spiritual well-being as well. Section 1. The reasons for health challenges in later life. As we enter our 70s, many of us may start noticing that maintaining good health becomes increasingly challenging. These challenges can sometimes feel sudden, leaving us questioning why we feel different than before. Why do our joints ache after what used to be an easy walk? Why does our energy seem to diminish? Or why do once simple tasks start to feel overwhelming? These are universal questions, and they stem from a mix of biological, lifestyle, and psychological factors that naturally arise as we age. Aging is a multifaceted process, shaped not only by our physical changes but also by how we adapt to them. Buddhist wisdom reminds us that the mind is everything. What you think, you become. This suggests that our approach to aging, and the mindset we bring to our later years, profoundly influences our overall well-being. To understand how to thrive in our 70s and beyond, we must first grasp why health issues appear so often in these later years. This understanding sets the stage for our exploration of the first essential practice, adopting a balanced diet that respects and nurtures our aging bodies. Biological factors. How aging affects our bodies. The physical changes that come with age are among the most noticeable. From a biological perspective, aging affects nearly every system in the body, making us more susceptible to health challenges. Our immune systems, once strong and resilient, may now be less effective at fending off illnesses. The body's natural repair mechanisms slow down, which can lead to an accumulation of wear and tear in our tissues, muscles, and joints. Consider the case of Ms. Linda, a 73-year-old woman who had always enjoyed daily morning walks. For decades, she took a brisk walk around her neighborhood, connecting with friends and feeling the crisp morning air. But as the years passed, she started noticing soreness in her knees. The walks that once energized her now caused discomfort, making her question whether she should keep up her routine. The issue here isn't merely the act of walking, but the biological changes in her body. Her joints, like many others at her age, were experiencing the natural wear of cartilage, making them more vulnerable to strain. In cases like Ms. Linda's, we see that adapting our habits as we age is essential. Walking is still beneficial, but it's now important for Ms. Linda to balance her physical activity with gentler exercises that reduce joint strain, like swimming or yoga. This adaptation doesn't just protect her body, it also supports her mind by keeping her active and engaged in a way that feels good. This concept aligns with Buddhist teachings that remind us to practice mindfulness and self-care. Buddha once said, "To keep the body in good health is a duty, otherwise we shall not be able to keep our mind strong and clear." These words encourage us to view physical health not merely as an obligation, but as a foundation for mental clarity. Lifestyle choices. The long-term impact of our habits beyond biological factors. Our daily lifestyle choices have a cumulative impact on our health, particularly after the age of 70. In youth, it might have been easier to bounce back from late nights, irregular meals, or missed exercise. But in our later years, these choices start to reveal their long-term effects. Poor sleep habits, a lack of diverse exercise, and an unbalanced diet can all contribute to a quicker physical decline. Take Mr. George, who retired at 68 and enjoyed his newfound freedom by traveling and indulging in rich foods. However, his health began to deteriorate as he leaned heavily on processed foods and sugary treats during his travels, neglecting a balanced diet. By the time he turned 71, Mr. George started experiencing frequent fatigue, joint pain, and even mild depression. His doctors advised him to shift his focus to a nutrient-rich diet to reverse some of these effects. For Mr. George, this shift was not only about changing what he ate, but also about embracing a more mindful approach to eating, one that appreciated food as nourishment rather than mere enjoyment. From a Buddhist perspective, eating mindfully is an act of respect toward our bodies and a step toward cultivating a peaceful mind. The concept of right livelihood in Buddhism encourages us to make choices that benefit not only ourselves, but also those around us. For Mr. George, choosing nutritious foods over quick fixes and adopting a regular meal schedule became an act of self-compassion and respect for his well-being. Psychological and social factors. The impact of loneliness and depression. Mental health also plays a critical role in physical health, especially as we age. Loneliness, anxiety, and depression are common challenges for many people over 70, and they significantly affect overall health. When we feel isolated or disconnected, it's easy to lose the motivation to care for ourselves physically, creating a cycle of decline. Buddhist teachings offer insight here, emphasizing the importance of compassion and connection. Imagine a retiree named Ms. Carroll, who enjoyed a busy life full of work, friends, and family. When she retired, however, she found her social interactions dwindling, and she moved to a quieter neighborhood. The initial joy of solitude soon faded into loneliness, and Ms. Carroll felt her energy and enthusiasm wane. She began to miss out on regular activities, which affected her physical health and caused her to feel even more isolated. The story of Ms. Carroll demonstrates that psychological support and social connections are vital to health, particularly in later years. Buddhism teaches us that happiness comes not just from material wealth, but from meaningful relationships and inner peace. For Ms. Carroll, the journey to improved health involved reconnecting with friends, joining a community gardening group, and volunteering at a nearby library. These activities brought her back to a routine, giving her a sense of purpose and belonging. Her health improved as a result, both mentally and physically, underscoring the interconnectedness of our mind and body. Economic and medical factors. The role of financial and medical resources. Economic difficulties and limited access to medical resources can also impact the elderly, often causing them to neglect health needs. Rising healthcare costs or reduced income after retirement can deter people from seeking medical help, leading to untreated conditions or improper medication use. For many elderly individuals, the question is not simply about wanting to stay healthy but about affording to do so. Take the example of Mr. Singh, a 72-year-old who had been managing his blood pressure with medication for years. As his income became more limited, he began to skip doses to make his prescription last longer, not realizing the potential health risks. His health declined as a result, until a local community health program intervened, providing him with the necessary medication and guidance. This story illustrates the Buddhist teaching of right effort, which encourages us to pursue beneficial actions that contribute to our well-being. For Mr. Singh, accepting help and learning to prioritize his health were steps toward aligning with this principle. The economic aspect of healthcare reminds us that community support and resources play an invaluable role in helping elderly individuals live well. Psychological and social factors, the impact of loneliness and depression. Mental health also plays a critical role in physical health, especially as we age. Loneliness, anxiety, and depression are common challenges for many people over 70, and they significantly affect overall health. When we feel isolated or disconnected, it's easy to lose the motivation to care for ourselves physically, creating a cycle of decline. Buddhist teachings offer insight here, emphasizing the importance of compassion and connection. Imagine a retiree named Ms. Carroll, who enjoyed a busy life full of work, friends, and family. When she retired, however, she found her social interactions dwindling, and she moved to a quieter neighborhood. The initial joy of solitude soon faded into loneliness, and Ms. Carroll felt her energy and enthusiasm wane. She began to miss out on regular activities, which affected her physical health and caused her to feel even more isolated. The story of Ms. Carroll demonstrates that psychological support and social connections are vital to health, particularly in later years. Buddhism teaches us that happiness comes not just from material wealth, but from meaningful relationships and inner peace. For Ms. Carroll, the journey to improved health involved reconnecting with friends, joining a community gardening group, and volunteering at a nearby library. These activities brought her back to a routine, giving her a sense of purpose and belonging. Her health improved as a result, both mentally and physically, underscoring the interconnectedness of our mind and body. Economic and medical factors, the role of financial and medical resources. Economic difficulties and limited access to medical resources can also impact the elderly, often causing them to neglect health needs. Rising healthcare costs or reduced income after retirement can deter people from seeking medical help, leading to untreated conditions or improper medication use. For many elderly individuals, the question is not simply about wanting to stay healthy, but about affording to do so. Take the example of Mr. Singh, a 72-year-old who had been managing his blood pressure with medication for years. As his income became more limited, he began to skip doses to make his prescription last longer. Not realizing the potential health risks, his health declined as a result, until a local community health program intervened, providing him with the necessary medication and guidance. This story illustrates the Buddhist teaching of right effort, which encourages us to pursue beneficial actions that contribute to our well-being. For Mr. Singh, accepting help and learning to prioritize his health were steps toward aligning with this principle. The economic aspect of healthcare reminds us that community support and resources play an invaluable role in helping elderly individuals live well. Embracing a balanced diet. Understanding these diverse factors that affect health after 70 provides a foundation for taking positive steps. Now that we've examined the challenges, we can turn to our first essential practice, embracing a balanced diet. This isn't simply about eating well, but about nourishing our bodies in a way that aligns with our changing needs, honoring our bodies as the vessels of our mind and spirit. In the next section, we'll delve into the details of how a balanced diet can transform not only physical health, but also mental clarity and spiritual well-being. We'll discuss specific nutrients, mindful eating practices, and how these choices empower us to thrive in later life. Section 2. Embracing a balanced diet for vibrant health. After 70. In our journey toward health and clarity after 70, a balanced diet is more than just a daily routine. It is a powerful act of self-care and respect for our bodies. As we age, our nutritional needs change significantly. What we eat can either nourish us or, if chosen poorly, weigh us down, increasing the risk of chronic illnesses and diminishing our quality of life. In this section, we'll explore the role of essential nutrients, the principles of mindful eating from a Buddhist perspective, and practical ways to shift our diet to better support our health and well-being. Why a balanced diet matters more than ever. Our bodies are like a fine-tuned machine. In youth, they can often handle occasional indulgences and missed nutrients. But as we enter our 70s, every nutrient counts. This stage of life calls for a diet that replenishes energy, supports muscle strength, boosts immunity, and sharpens mental clarity. Picture Mr. Lee, a 74-year-old retiree who always enjoyed cooking but paid little attention to nutrition labels or balanced meals. Over time, he noticed a loss of strength and found himself frequently catching colds. His doctor advised him to adopt a diet rich in vitamins and protein. Gradually, Mr. Lee began incorporating these changes, and soon he noticed a dramatic difference in his energy levels and overall mood. Mr. Lee's story is a testament to the power of a balanced diet to rejuvenate and restore vitality, even in our later years. A balanced diet goes beyond mere sustenance. It becomes an act of gratitude toward our bodies, giving back to ourselves the health and strength that have carried us through decades of life. In Buddhism, this idea aligns with the concept of right intention, encouraging us to choose foods that nourish rather than harm our bodies. Mindful eating, nourishing the body, mind, and spirit. Mindful eating is a transformative approach that encourages us to be fully present with our food, savoring each bite and appreciating its journey to our plate. In Buddhism, mindfulness is not restricted to meditation. It extends to all aspects of daily life, including meals. By practicing mindful eating, we honor the interconnectedness of body, mind, and spirit, aligning ourselves with the deeper values of nourishment. Consider the story of an elderly monk living in a serene mountain monastery. Every morning he began his day with a small bowl of rice, giving thanks for the nourishment it provided. For him, each meal was an opportunity to practice gratitude and humility. This act of mindful eating kept him healthy, both physically and mentally, until his last days. His life exemplifies how mindful eating can create a deeper spiritual connection with food. For those of us in our later years, practicing mindful eating can be as simple as taking a few moments to reflect before meals, chewing slowly, and savoring the flavors. This practice not only aids digestion, but also helps us listen to our body's needs, promoting better choices and a more harmonious relationship with food. Practical steps for a balanced diet. Building a balanced diet doesn't have to be overwhelming. Here are some practical tips to incorporate essential nutrients and mindfulness into our meals. Start with protein-rich breakfasts. Begin your day with a protein-packed meal such as eggs, yogurt, or nuts. This sets a solid foundation for muscle support and energy, reducing the risk of muscle loss over time. Add color to every meal. Include a variety of fruits and vegetables in your meals. A colorful plate ensures you're getting a range of vitamins and minerals. Imagine each color representing a unique nutrient that supports your overall health. Embrace whole grains. Swap out refined grains for whole grains. Try oatmeal, quinoa, or barley as bases for meals. Whole grains offer sustained energy, helping you stay active and engaged throughout the day. Practice mindful portions. Eat slowly and savor each bite. Pay attention to your body's signals, stopping when you feel comfortably satisfied. This practice not only enhances digestion, but also cultivates gratitude for each meal. Limit salt, sugar, and saturated fats. Excess salt, sugar, and unhealthy fats can lead to health issues like hypertension and heart disease. Practice moderation and choose natural sweeteners like fruits and healthy fats like olive oil. A story of transformation. Mr. Allen's journey to mindful eating. Mr. Allen, a retired teacher in his early 70s, struggled with high blood pressure and digestive issues. Despite numerous medications, he still felt fatigued and disconnected. His daughter introduced him to the concept of mindful eating, encouraging him to view each meal as a form of meditation. Gradually, Mr. Allen began paying attention to his food choices, focusing on nutrient-dense meals and practicing gratitude before eating. With time, his health began to improve, and he noticed a significant shift in his mental clarity and mood. Mr. Allen's journey to mindful eating transformed his relationship with food, allowing him to feel more connected to his body and present in his life. This practice wasn't just about diet. It became a daily ritual that nurtured his spirit and grounded him in gratitude. Buddhist teachings on balance and moderation. Buddhist teachings emphasize the middle path, a balanced approach that avoids extremes. When it comes to diet, this wisdom teaches us to eat with awareness, avoiding overindulgence or deprivation. By focusing on balance, we honor our bodies and cultivate a sense of harmony within ourselves. Buddha once taught, "The wise person eats for nourishment, not for indulgence," reminding us to treat food as a source of sustenance rather than a source of excess. As we incorporate these dietary practices into our lives, we find ourselves better equipped to face the challenges of aging with strength, resilience, and mental clarity. In the next section, we will explore the second essential practice for health and well-being after 70, reducing excessive walking and embracing mentally stimulating activities. Section 3. The importance of reducing walking and incorporating alternative activities. For many of us, walking has long been celebrated as one of the best exercises. It's simple, accessible, and often the first recommendation for maintaining physical health. However, as we age, the demands on our bodies change, and we may find that what was once beneficial can start to pose challenges, especially for our joints. The good news is that we don't have to give up walking altogether. Instead, the key lies in moderation and integrating alternative activities that support our physical and mental health without straining our bodies. In this section, we'll explore why reducing walking frequency is recommended for those over 70 and introduce alternative exercises that are gentler on the joints, yet just as beneficial. These exercises provide a holistic approach to health, helping us maintain mobility, strength, and flexibility while nurturing our well-being. Why reducing walking frequency matters. After 70, many people experience natural changes in their joints and muscles. Cartilage, the cushioning tissue in our joints, begins to thin and weaken, making us more susceptible to wear and tear. This can lead to discomfort, stiffness, and even pain, especially in weight-bearing joints like the knees and hips. Over time, excessive walking without proper balance can accelerate this wear, impacting our overall mobility. Take the story of Mr. John, a retired engineer who prided himself on his daily walks. In his early 70s, Mr. John noticed a dull ache in his knees after each walk. Ignoring it at first, he continued his routine, but the pain grew worse. Concerned, his family took him to a doctor who explained that while walking was good, excessive walking could strain his aging joints. The doctor suggested reducing his walking routine and exploring gentler alternatives. Mr. John was hesitant, but eventually agreed. Over time, he found that by walking moderately and balancing it with other activities, his joint pain reduced significantly, allowing him to continue his walks without discomfort. His story illustrates that moderation can make a powerful difference, preserving health while allowing us to enjoy the activities we love. In Buddhism, the principle of moderation is a guiding light, reminding us that balance is essential for a peaceful life. Just as Buddha advised against extremes, we can apply this wisdom to our physical routines, adopting a balanced approach that respects the limits of our bodies. Alternative activities, a holistic approach to exercise. Rather than giving up on physical activity, it's about embracing a variety of exercises that engage different parts of the body. Here are some recommended activities that offer significant health benefits without the risk of joint strain. 1. Swimming, a gentle full-body workout. Swimming is often called the perfect exercise for a reason. It provides a full-body workout, engaging muscles while taking pressure off the joints. The water's buoyancy supports the body, reducing the impact on knees and hips. Swimming also improves cardiovascular health, strengthens muscles, and enhances flexibility. For instance, Ms. Betty, a 76-year-old former teacher, took up swimming after her doctor recommended it. She quickly fell in love with the water's soothing effect on her joints and the feeling of weightlessness. Over time, she noticed her stamina and strength increasing, and her knee pain was no longer an issue. Swimming became a joyful part of her routine, keeping her physically active and mentally refreshed. Buddhist teachings often reference water as a symbol of calm and clarity. Swimming embodies this concept, offering a chance to move with grace and ease. It reminds us to go with the flow, adapting our bodies to the gentle resistance of water while experiencing a sense of tranquility. 2. Yoga, strengthening the body and calming the mind. Yoga is a practice that combines physical postures, deep breathing, and meditation. It is gentle on the joints, yet strengthens muscles, improves flexibility, and enhances balance. Yoga is particularly effective for older adults, as it engages the body and mind, promoting relaxation while toning muscles. Mr. Carl, a retired artist, discovered yoga in his 70s after his daughter invited him to join her class. Initially skeptical, he found the gentle stretches and controlled breathing to be unexpectedly refreshing. Yoga not only eased the tension in his back and shoulders, but also provided him with a sense of calm and focus that lasted throughout his day. In Buddhism, yoga aligns with the practice of mindfulness, being fully present and aware of our body's movements and breath. Each pose becomes a meditation, teaching us to listen to our bodies, respect our limits, and cultivate inner peace. 3. Tai Chi, moving meditation for balance and flexibility. Tai Chi, an ancient Chinese practice, is often described as a moving meditation. It involves slow, deliberate movements that improve balance, flexibility, and mental focus. Tai Chi is known to reduce stress, enhance balance, and increase strength, making it ideal for older adults. Ms. Anne, who had difficulty with her balance, began Tai Chi at 72. The gentle, flowing movements helped her regain a sense of stability and confidence. She practiced Tai Chi in her garden every morning, finding peace in the rhythmic motions. Her balance improved, and she felt more grounded and steady in her daily life. Tai Chi's slow movements are in harmony with Buddhist principles, fostering a sense of presence and encouraging practitioners to connect with their surroundings. Each motion is deliberate and mindful, a reminder to move through life with grace and awareness. Mental stimulation, the vital role of engaging the mind. While physical activity supports our bodies, engaging our minds is equally essential, especially as we age. Studies have shown that mental stimulation can delay cognitive decline and boost emotional well-being. Activities that require focus, creativity, and social interaction can keep the mind sharp and foster a sense of fulfillment. 1. Reading and writing, nurturing curiosity and expression. Reading is a powerful tool for mental engagement, expanding our knowledge and imagination. Whether it's reading novels, memoirs, or educational books, the act of reading stimulates cognitive functions and enhances memory. Writing, too, offers mental exercise by encouraging us to reflect, express, and create. Mr. Harris, a retired journalist, loved reading but hadn't written creatively in years. Inspired by a book club in his community, he began writing short stories and sharing them with friends. The practice gave him a renewed sense of purpose, and he found joy in creating stories from his life experiences. In Buddhism, storytelling and reflection are paths to wisdom. By reading and writing, we open our minds, explore new ideas, and deepen our understanding of ourselves and others. These activities remind us that learning and growth are lifelong journeys. 2. Art and music, expressing creativity and enhancing joy. Art and music provide emotional expression, mental stimulation, and stress relief. Painting, drawing, or playing an instrument can be deeply satisfying, offering a canvas for creativity and a release for emotions. These activities stimulate the brain and lift our spirits, fostering a sense of joy and accomplishment. Ms. Rita, a retired nurse, found comfort in painting. She began creating vibrant landscapes and floral scenes that reflected her memories and dreams. Each piece brought her happiness, and soon, she shared her art with friends, finding community and connection through her creativity. Buddhist teachings emphasize the value of art as a medium to convey beauty, compassion, and insight. Engaging in art or music allows us to tap into these qualities, bringing joy to ourselves and others while strengthening our minds. 3. Social engagement and volunteering, cultivating connections and purpose. Social interactions and volunteering provide mental stimulation, a sense of belonging, and emotional fulfillment. Engaging in community activities or joining a club can prevent feelings of isolation, promote mental health, and enhance life satisfaction. Mr. Patel, 75, began volunteering at a local library. The experience connected him with others, and he found meaning in helping children discover the joy of reading. His weekly shifts gave him purpose, bringing vitality to his days and strengthening his mental resilience. Buddhist teachings emphasize compassion and interconnectedness. By giving back to the community, we not only nurture our minds but also enrich the lives of those around us. Social engagement reinforces the idea that we are all part of a greater whole, fostering a sense of unity and peace. Real-life reflections, a holistic approach to living fully after 70. Adopting a balanced approach to physical and mental activities allows us to age gracefully while staying engaged, resilient, and fulfilled. Just as Mr. John learned to balance walking with gentler exercises, we too can embrace a variety of activities that support our health and joy. Physical activities like swimming, yoga, and Tai Chi nourish the body, while mental pursuits like reading, art, and social engagement keep our minds sharp and hearts full. Each of these activities aligns with Buddhist principles, reminding us to live mindfully, respect our limits, and find joy in each moment. When we choose balance, we honor our bodies and minds, creating a foundation for well-being that goes beyond physical health. Now that we have explored physical alternatives to walking and the role of mental engagement, let's delve deeper into how we can keep our minds agile and hearts fulfilled. In the next section, we'll discuss specific practices for mental stimulation, community building, and emotional resilience, all of which are essential for a joyful life after 70. Increasing mental activities for cognitive and emotional health. As we age, staying mentally active becomes just as important as maintaining physical health. While physical activities keep our bodies strong, mental engagement fosters cognitive sharpness, emotional resilience, and a sense of fulfillment. For many over 70, maintaining mental clarity and emotional well-being is a primary goal, and Buddhist teachings emphasize the power of the mind in shaping our experiences. Buddha taught, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." This insight reminds us that by engaging in activities that stimulate the mind and nurture the spirit, we can age gracefully and joyfully. In this section, we'll explore several mental activities that can keep our minds vibrant and provide a sense of purpose and connection. Each of these activities encourages us to engage deeply with the present moment, fostering inner peace and a positive outlook. Why mental stimulation is essential. After 70, aging is often associated with cognitive changes, and while some degree of mental slowdown is natural, we can counterbalance this through continuous mental engagement. Mental stimulation not only preserves cognitive functions but also reduces the risk of memory loss and depression. Engaging in creative and intellectual pursuits enhances overall life satisfaction, giving us something to look forward to each day. Consider Mrs. Eleanor, who, at 75, decided to learn a new language. Initially, she found it challenging, but she embraced it as a way to keep her mind sharp. Over time, she discovered the joy of learning and felt a sense of achievement. Her story illustrates that no matter our age, our minds remain adaptable and eager for growth when given the opportunity. Reading and writing. A path to lifelong learning. Reading and writing are not merely hobbies, they are exercises for the mind. Reading encourages us to explore new perspectives, fuels our imagination, and strengthens memory. Whether it's fiction, non-fiction, or memoirs, books provide a window into the world and offer lessons that can resonate deeply with our own experiences. Take the example of Mr. Harold, an avid reader in his early 80s who joined a book club to discuss his favorite novels. The discussions provided him not only with intellectual stimulation, but also with a sense of camaraderie. Similarly, writing can be therapeutic, allowing us to express thoughts, record memories, or even create stories. Keeping a journal, writing letters, or composing short stories offers mental exercise and emotional release. In Buddhist teachings, self-reflection and storytelling are paths to understanding oneself and others. By reading and writing, we connect with our inner world and develop empathy for the stories and lives of others, reminding us that we are all connected in the human experience. Social interaction and community involvement, building meaningful connections. Social interactions are essential for emotional well-being, especially in later years. Isolation can lead to feelings of loneliness and depression, impacting mental health. Engaging with others, whether through community groups, volunteering, or social clubs, fosters a sense of belonging and purpose. Volunteering, in particular, provides opportunities to give back, enhancing self-worth and social ties. For instance, Mr. Samuel, a former teacher, found new purpose in volunteering at a local school, mentoring students and helping them with their studies. His weekly visits enriched his life, bringing joy and a sense of purpose. Each interaction with the students brought him closer to the community, helping him feel valued and connected. Buddhist teachings encourage compassion and interconnectedness. By participating in community activities, we embody these principles, creating relationships based on kindness and understanding. Engaging with others fosters a sense of shared humanity, reminding us that we are part of a larger community. Technology and digital engagement, embracing new forms of learning and connection. In the modern age, technology can play a positive role in mental engagement. Learning to use digital platforms can connect us with family, introduce us to online communities, and provide access to endless learning opportunities. Virtual book clubs, online courses, and hobby groups offer ways to stay engaged and learn new skills, even from home. Mr. James, a 72-year-old who had never used a computer, was introduced to the digital world by his grandson. Soon, he joined an online photography class, discovering a new passion for capturing moments. Technology brought him closer to family and gave him a creative outlet that he could enjoy every day. Buddhist teachings value adaptability, reminding us to be open to new experiences. Embracing technology, when used mindfully, is a way to connect with others and expand our horizons. By learning something new, we exercise our minds and foster resilience, proving that age is never a barrier to growth. A holistic approach to mental and emotional wellness. Each of these activities, reading, art, music, puzzles, social interaction, and digital engagement, supports mental and emotional health, fostering resilience and a sense of purpose. By incorporating these practices, we create a balanced life where we are continually growing, learning, and connecting with others. Engaging in these pursuits doesn't just stimulate the mind, it nurtures the soul. Just as Buddha taught the importance of mindfulness and self-compassion, each activity allows us to care for ourselves, cultivating a life filled with joy and peace. These practices remind us that mental wellness is an ongoing journey, enriched by the connections we make and the passions we pursue. Aging is a natural part of life, a phase rich with opportunities for growth, reflection, and joy. By embracing balanced living, cultivating mental engagement, and nurturing emotional well-being, we can turn our later years into a time of fulfillment and peace. Through mindful choices, we celebrate our journey, honoring the body and mind that have supported us through life. The teachings of Buddhism offer a gentle guide, encouraging us to find harmony within ourselves and with the world around us. By practicing mindfulness, compassion, and self-acceptance, we create a life that is not only longer, but richer in meaning and joy. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of balanced living after 70. May each day bring you health, happiness, and wisdom as you continue to live mindfully and fully. Embrace each moment, nurture your body and mind, and find peace in the journey of life.